Victoria Line, where human effort, technology, and history meet. Imagine London, one of the busiest cities in the world, but beneath its crowded streets, an invisible world was being carved out, 70 feet below the ground. A world of mud, machines, and men. This is the story of the Victoria Line, London's first new underground railway in over 60 years. In the heart of London, Oxford Circus, a place where thousands descend and rise every single day, where time and people race together through the underground veins of the city. But once, right here, began a revolution, one that would forever change the map beneath London's surface. This was the Victoria Line, the first new underground railway in nearly 35 years. During the August bank holiday weekend, Oxford Circus was closed to traffic. A massive umbrella-like structure was built over the road, and beneath it began the complex excavation, digging through a tangled maze of cables, pipes, and drains hidden under the city. This umbrella was a marvel of engineering. Under its protection, the work continued day and night, while above, the life of the city went on almost undisturbed. At Cavendish Square, only a short distance away, a deep shaft was sunk 70 feet below the surface, one of 33 active work sites stretching from Victoria to Walthamstow. The goal was ambitious, to dig a 10.5-mile-long tunnel. A massive 23-foot-wide iron shield was hydraulically pushed through London clay, while workers used pneumatic tools to remove the soil, inch by inch. Overseeing it all was Cedric Dandon, chief engineer of London Transport. Under his supervision, 150 workers toiled every day in 80-degree heat amid noise, mud, and damp. Even with the most advanced machinery of the time, progress was painfully slow, only 9 feet a day. The total estimated cost, £56 million. All the excavated clay was hauled away by truck to be dumped into old stone quarries outside the city. A slow, difficult, and exhausting job, but one built on pride and purpose. 4 years later, this line would carry thousands of passengers, bringing relief to a city once crushed by crowds, where people were packed tighter than sardines. For them, the Victoria Line would be a breath of freedom. In the midst of London's growing concrete jungle, the open spaces and gardens that once softened the city were fading away beneath towers of steel and glass. Some people looked up to the sky, imagining the London of the future. But the real revolution was happening deep below. 70 feet under the surface, the roar of machinery and trucks echoed through the clay, as a new London was born from the earth itself. The tunnel was 21 feet in diameter. Each section was reinforced with 12 massive iron rings, each weighing 4 tons. Using hydraulic presses, workers fitted each ring together like pieces of a giant underground puzzle. Every completed ring advanced the tunnel just 18 inches. Such precision, such patience, this was the true strength behind London's underground legacy. Every ton of soil was lifted by conveyor belt and carried upward to the surface. Above, on Oxford Street, no one could imagine the world being built beneath their feet. Deep under Green Park, 65 feet below ground, the £27 million Victoria Line was taking shape. Of the planned 25 miles of tunnels, 13 were already finished, making this one of the most complex engineering feats of the 20th century. A 45-ton mechanical drum bored through the clay, digging 6 feet every hour. By late 1968, the first sections were opened, and by 1969, the entire line would be complete. The new line could carry 25,000 passengers per hour in each direction, transforming London's underground into one of the most advanced rail systems in the world. Then came a new era, the era of automation. Here, the train would run almost by itself. One operator would close the doors and press a button, and the train would move automatically, guided by signals running through the tracks. Faster, smoother, and more comfortable, that was the promise of the Victoria Line. At London's Design Centre, exhibits showed the futuristic vision of this railway. Modern platforms, new seating designs, and automatic ticket barriers that would never open for the wrong ticket. The trembling trains of the pre-war era were gone. Now London was building an £80 million underground marvel capable of carrying 25,000 passengers deep beneath the city. The first stage opened successfully. Trains now ran from Walthamstow to Highbury in just 14 minutes. Each new station carried its own local identity, designed with historical and cultural elements unique to its area. By the early 1970s, the entire Victoria Line would be operational, with trains every 2 minutes carrying up to 25,000 passengers per hour in both directions, relieving the pressure on the streets above. Then came the historic moment, when Queen Elizabeth II herself inaugurated the third phase of the line. She pressed the start button and the train began its journey, the rest handled by a computer. It was only her second time ever riding the tube, and the first time a reigning monarch had traveled underground. Named after her, the Victoria Line soon became the heartbeat of London. 10.5 miles long, costing nearly £70 million, it connected Walthamstow in the north to Brixton in the south, linking every vital artery of the city.